today's Cajun Court.
I feel like it was staged because I had another friend do an investigation where the IP address turns out to be from Miss Candace here.
Well, isn't that a coincidence, though, that they can just suddenly find the address? Who else did I corroborate with?
Okay,
I don't
ma'am,
know.
Don't interrupt right now. Let her finish, and I'll
sorry,
be over there. I want to hear what you have to say. Very interesting.
Speak
Smart.
up, Candace.
Ma'am, I'm talking to this defendant. I don't need your help.
All rise. The Honorable Jacqueline A. Scott preside. Cajun Court is now in session.
Don't make me drop my hammer.
He's the drunk. He did me.
Just a minute. If brains was dynamite, you could even blow your nose. When the bull is up to your ears, keep your mouth shut.
I ain't going back to jail.
Because this is the railroad job. She probably slashed my tires with her teeth.
This isn't art, this is velvet peace.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Take it from me, you can overcome anything. Please change your life. Get him, Rod. Oh, we'll get along just fine when you realize I am the boss.
The plaintiff is suing the defendant for allegedly staging a robbery at her apartment, consisting of purses and jewelry worth $3,500. The plaintiff is hoping to be reimbursed in full for all of her missing items. Tune in today to find out what happens on today's Cajun Court TV.
Cajun Court is now in session. The Honorable Jacqueline A. Scott is presiding. All of the litigants have been sworn in. This is case number 1710, roommate robbery.
We start with you, plaintiff. I want you to tell me why you're here.
Okay.
Same thing with you. I want you to tell me why the plaintiff should not prevail. Okay? Plaintiff, I'm going to start with you.
My merchandise was stolen from my home, my apartment, $3,500 worth, my purses and my jewelry. So I feel that she staged a robbery to have that happen. So that's why I'm here, Your Honor. I want my $3,500 back.
Stage a robbery.
And what makes me think that she planned the robbery was that a friend of mine contacted me and showed me this fake Facebook page, and it had some of my merchandise that were actually taken away from my home.
Let me get some basic information. So you know the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And tell me how you know her.
I put an ad on Facebook.
You put an ad?
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go. That Facebook, I tell you something else, Roy.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. I was in desperate need of a roommate. So I put an ad on Facebook, and I did see some other things out there, like on YouTube, that you could get a roommate easy these days by, you know, just broadcasting on social media. So I reached out to her, I interviewed her, and
You had an interview? What do you mean you had an interview?
you know, just asked a few questions about her, you know, where she's from. I was in desperate need again, so that's why we became roommates.
And when you say you were in desperate need, what do you mean?
Financially, some of the things that I take upon myself, I felt like it would be best that I did have a roommate to help me out.
Okay. So you went on Facebook.
Yes, ma'am.
You interviewed the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
Looking for a roommate. And so you liked what she presented? And
Well, my gut feeling was telling me otherwise, but I went ahead and did it anyway.
So how much was her rent?
And rent, we just split up the utility bills. I took care of the rent, and all she had to do was just pay the water bill and the light bill. Basically, just the smaller utility bills.
A 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom? Tell me about your...
Yes, ma'am. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's in a great neighborhood. It's gated, and we're just here because I just want my $3,500 back. I'm just tired of it.
The defendant here, you didn't know her.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Completely
and so
strangers.
Facebook?
Once again, one of my very close friends showed me a fake page that she actually created, and I actually sold my merchandise on there. And so I said, well, that's my jewelry, my necklaces, my bracelet, and my 2 purses. My Michael Kors and my Chanel purse was on there. It's the same exact purse.
$3,500?
$3,500.
And that's
yes,
the
ma'am.
value. That's what you're asking for today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me something about your jewelry.
Okay. Well,
I see you have on a pretty piece today. It's Cajun Court. Nowhere but Cajun Court. Bling,
yes,
bling,
ma'am.
bling.
Yes, ma'am. I take care of what I have. I work hard for what I have. That piece of jewelry that I actually did that she stole.
See, I didn't steal anything.
Yes, you did, Candace. Okay. Yes, you did.
Okay.
Just don't do that.
Okay, we're going to take a quick recess and we'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back in session. I heard you say something about a robbery,
yes.
and I'm concerned about that. Was this at knife point, gun point? Tell me about this robbery.
I feel like it was staged because I had another friend do an investigation where the IP address turns out to be from Miss Candace here.
Okay.
Miss
Well,
Fairfax.
isn't that a coincidence, though, that they can just suddenly find the address? Who else did I corroborate with?
I don't
Ma'am,
know.
don't interrupt right now. Let her finish, and
sorry,
I'll be
Your
over
Honor.
there. I want to hear what you have to say. Very interesting.
Right.
So your things were taken.
It was just the purse and the jewelry. The purses and the jewelry. That's all that was taken.
So where was
I wasn't there. And
you wasn't at home?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So
I
it's
was at
basically
work.
a theft. So no one was robbed. It would tell me what happened to your things.
Okay. When I get home, actually my door was unlocked. And it's unlike me, just like I tell Miss Candace, if you're gonna go somewhere, please lock my door. And so I entered my home this particular evening, and I just, you know how you just have a gut feeling. I noticed that something was just out of place. So I went, being that I have a roommate, I do a check. You know, just it's my apartment, just to make sure.
So was there a forced entry, or you just unopened?
Well, the door was slightly open, so
okay.
You know. I feel like it was, but when I called the police, they said that it was, you know, it wasn't no sign of entry. I told them about the door being cracked open, but they said it wasn't no force of entry, and everything looked okay.
Okay, so you had jewelry, had your purse missing, and what kind of purse?
It was a Michael Kors and a Chanel.
Okay, Chanel. What do you do for a living?
I'm a doctor.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, I know those Chanels can be
Yes,
a little
ma'am.
expensive,
Yeah.
but okay. But nonetheless,
Yes.
you don't want anybody stealing from you.
That's right. Yes, ma'am.
I understand
Yes,
that.
Which I didn't do.
Yes, you did. Candace,
Okay.
just stop, please.
We've had several interruptions from this defendant here. I would like to hear what you have to say, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Is it true that you moved into her apartment? You all agreed to split the rent? How did you all get along?
We just started talking. I feel like, you know, she's very persuasive, and I got to talking a lot once I interviewed her, and I just felt, I had a good feeling then, but I just, you know, like I said, I was in desperate need.
Persuasive how? How is that persuasive? How
your
can I
persona,
persuade
your
a
whole
grown
persona.
woman?
Your whole persona, just like you are now. I don't like, you see what I'm saying, Judge? This is what I'm talking about.
Is that a compliment? I mean, how do you take that?
So you moved in,
Yes, ma'am.
agreed to split the rent. Now you're a doctor, you're a new doctor or something? You just needed
Like I said,
to-
no, I paid the rent. I just wanted help with the utilities.
Okay.
You know.
And so you moved in, everything was fine.
Everything
so
was
this plaintiff
fine.
here is saying that she had some missing items, jewelry, Michael Kors, and a Chanel, which I like so dearly myself. And so those things are missing. Now, is it true? Do you know anything about it, first of all?
No, ma'am. She didn't even call me whenever
Candace,
we were
stop lying.
robbed.
Stop
no,
lying,
I didn't
please.
even know. I was with my boyfriend at the time of the crime.
Let her finish, ma'am.
Okay.
Please do not
Okay.
interrupt again. Thank you. Okay.
So I was with my boyfriend at the time of the crime, and she didn't even call me. So how could I be responsible for her?
So are you saying it's your testimony here today that you knew nothing about
I
these
knew
missing
nothing. I
items?
knew nothing. So how was I supposed to be there to steal her things?
Okay. So where did you go on your trip?
To his house. So I went to my boyfriend's house.
Okay. So you wasn't at the apartment at the
No,
time?
ma'am.
Okay. So do you know anything about the police coming in and specific things being taken?
Not until later when I had to go meet with the cops and do a report when they questioned me.
Okay. And what
And
did
all
they
I
say?
know is what they told me.
And what
So
did they say?
They said that whoever broke in, it wasn't a break-in, that they would have had help because there was nothing wrong with the door jamb.
Absolutely.
Well, did at any time did they think it was you?
I was one of the suspects because I lived there.
Okay.
And she's the one that has access to getting into my
I am
apartment.
going to take a quick recess and we'll be back. Okay, we're back in session. I want to go back. Now, the officer says there was not a forced entry.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were not present.
No, ma'am.
They said you may be a suspect because you live there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any evidence that you had nothing to do with this incident?
Other than my alibi that I was with my boyfriend, that's all I have.
And you and the plaintiff get along?
Yeah, we generally get along.
Until now, because $3,500, Candace, this don't make no sense.
Well, I didn't steal it, so
Yeah,
I mean,
but
this
the
would find
IP
you a
address,
different.
it tracks right back to you.
Okay,
So
well, let me
who did it?
Just talk to me for a minute. What make you think that the defendant here personally took your things?
Well, sometime I go out to dinner, sometime I just hang out with friends, and when I dress up, she gives me compliments and she says things about my, just the finance of things. Oh, I like this, I like that. And I take it as a compliment, but now that my things are missing, it's like, did you take them? So
I heard you
gut
say
feeling.
earlier you are a physician.
Yes, ma'am.
You work hard for your money.
I do.
Ma'am, what do you do?
I'm a waitress, and I also work hard for my money. So, I mean, I also
That's a
know
good
the
thing.
price.
What's that saying? I work hard for my money.
Right.
Ma'am, I
Yes,
know this.
ma'am.
I don't mean to make this.
Okay.
I don't take this lightly. I
Okay.
think it's serious, especially when someone's stealing your
Right,
belongings.
right.
I understand.
Which
then they
wasn't me,
took
by
nut-
the way. It was somebody else. You need to find somebody
and
else.
then they took Candace, look, then that was the only thing that they took from me. Nothing else was messed with. My TV, my Beats by Dre, everything that and I even had some cash
Okay.
on my
And
dresser
so they
that
left
was
that
not
money.
touched.
They don't want the money. Do you have any receipts? Do you have anything, any evidence?
No, Your Honor.
So you're just making a statement. You didn't come with.
No, well, I have we tracked the IP address. I have that with me if you want to see that, but I have it on my cell phone.
I would like to see that. Rod, can you pass me that, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And before, okay. Did you confront your roommate about your suspicions?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And what did she say?
She just, Your Honor, she just said, it wasn't me. Why are you blaming me?
Because it wasn't me. Why you want to blame me? We get along. Why would I steal your stuff? Why? Why would I do that? What reason?
Candace.
If I was going to steal, wouldn't I steal you blind?
No, you almost did. $3,500.
I mean, if there was cash, TV, I could pawn your vacuum cleaner. I mean, why would I just steal jewelry
like some of the things
and purses?
she likes some of the things that I have. When she go out with friends, she'll ask me, do I have something that she can borrow that's nice, maybe some heels or, a cardigan or something like that. And I say, yeah, sure. But to just take my things and
Random
that's
things?
right. It's nothing like your things being like a thief. I'm looking at this. I want to know if that's your IP address.
It is, Your Honor.
And it relates to her belongings. Can you tell me something about that?
Yes.
Speak up. You've been interjecting,
Yeah.
trying to be
Speak
smart.
up, Candace. We all
Ma'am,
know
I'm
you
talking.
did.
I'm talking to this offender.
Okay.
I don't need your help.
Look, so it started off as a joke. Me and my friends were supposed to just take her stuff and hide it for a while, and then they turned against me and actually sold it. And I was trying to get it back, and I
This stuff is
didn't.
on Facebook.
Wow.
Let me take a recess and I'll be right back. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, we're back in session, and I'm really not comfortable with what I've seen on this phone. And so, ma'am, it seems like you are culpable. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
However, it sounds like some type of prank
Yes.
that you and your friends got involved, so there wasn't a forced entry.
No.
Can you explain to me why you would do
Why?
something like this?
Because, well, for one, I plan to give it back. That was the plan, I swear, Chloe.
Wow.
No.
So you wanted to fake steal my things.
Yes, we were the same age.
I
mean,
knew something
we both worked
was
so
wrong
hard.
with you.
No.
I knew something was wrong with you, and I should have went with
No,
my gut
I worked
feeling.
so hard, and like
I do
everything she
too.
does just comes so easy. And
No,
so I
no.
just thought we'd just take her stuff,
No.
hide it for a while, and then like give it back.
But why
And
would
then
you want-
look,
No,
I
no.
planned to give it back to you. Okay, I didn't know that my friends were gonna do this behind my back and go ahead and sell your stuff. It's not fair that we're the same age. We both, you know, we work hard for our stuff, but it just seems so easy for you to have all these nice things. And I was
Wow,
jealous.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I was. And I just
No,
thought
no.
that we would take it, you know, make
So
you
you
learn a
would
lesson, because you're
fake
always
steal
taking
from me?
pictures of your stuff
So you
on
was
Facebook.
fake steal from me. I knew it was something wrong with you.
Okay, wait a minute. This is my courtroom. I don't need you taking over. I'm about to make the conclusion. Ma'am,
Yes, Your
you
Honor.
actually just admitted that you were jealous of this woman because she works hard and you don't like it, and because you're the same age? What kind of message is that to anybody? You have admitted that you took her things and you put it on Facebook, so the world can know that you are a thief.
Well, my friends did that. I had no intention of
You
actually
were
selling her
part of it.
stuff.
You live there. You live with this woman, and
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
jealous of her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Aren't you embarrassed?
Well,
Aren't you embarrassed? That's a yes or no question.
Yes, Your Honor.
You, before this court, basically, you have wasted my time. Had law enforcement to come in. You think they don't have anything else to do? Why didn't you just tell them the truth? Why didn't you just say, okay? You was afraid of going to jail? She wouldn't even have to call authorities. Those people, the police is so busy. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with the world?
Right, and Your Honor, I was just, that $3,500 might not be much to her, but I live in an apartment as a physician. I'm actually saving to buy a home. So I thought it would be nice to have a roommate, you know, to take over the utilities while I save some of my money to purchase my home.
It's a theft. You robbed her of her trust in you. She invited you into her home. You blew it. You're the reason we're here. You don't have an answer other than say that you're jealous. And that's not right. I am going to rule for this plaintiff. If you got to bust tables all night or wait on somebody all night at your restaurant, I want her to have her $3,500 back. And don't waste my time no more. This case is concluded.
The plaintiff has this case in the bag after Justice Jackie made her ruling, which left the defendant feeling robbed. Plaintiff, how do you feel about this ruling today?
I am happy that I got my $3,500 back. And
Of course you're happy. Of course you're happy. This is
that it was you
bullshit.
that stole my money. Look at her. See that attitude?
All right, well, stay tuned for more episodes with Justice Jackie.
Solving cases.